probably, unless she'd been a horrible person, but dying with mismatched socks seemed especially sad somehow. I imagined her throwing the socks on, never thinking that a few hours later, an apprentice baker and half-baked wizard of dough would be tiptoeing past her and thinking about the condition of her footwear. There was probably a moral lesson there somewhere, but I'm not a priest. I thought about becoming one once, but they don't really like wizards. Even minor wizards, whose only talents are making bread rise and keeping the pastry dough from sticking together. Right about the time I gave up on hopes of joining the priesthood, Aunt Tabitha had taken me on in the bakery, and the siren song of flour and shortening pretty much sealed my fate. I wondered what had sealed this poor girl's fate. Her hair was mostly over her face, so it was hard to tell how old she was, and I wasn't looking very closely, but I got the feeling she was young, maybe not much older than me. How did she wind up dead in our bakery? Somebody who was cold or hungry might conceivably creep into the bakery. It's warm, even at night, since we bank the big stoves, but we don't put them out, and there's always food around, even just the day-old stuff in the case. But that didn't explain why she was dead. I could see one of her eyes. It was open. I looked away again. Maybe she slipped and hit her head. Aunt Tabitha always swears I'll break my neck one of these days, the way I race around the kitchen like a flour-crazed greyhound. But it seems weird that you'd break into a bakery and then run around inside it. Maybe she was murdered, whispered a traitorous little voice in my brain. Shut up, shut up. That's just stupid, I told it. People hold murders in back alleys and things, not in my aunt's kitchen. And it'd be stupid to leave a body in a bakery. The whole city is built on canals. There are 50 bridges to a street, and the basements flood every spring. Who'd dump a body in a bakery when you could dump it in a perfectly good canal not 20 feet from the door? I held my breath and stepped over the dead girl's ankles. Nothing happened. I wasn't expecting anything to happen, but I was still relieved. I looked straight ahead, took 2 more careful steps, then broke into a run. I knocked the door open with my shoulder and tore up the stairs, yelling, "Aunt Tabitha, come quick!" It was 4 in the morning, but bakers are used to getting up at 4 in the morning, and the only reason that Aunt Tabitha was sleeping until the decadent hour of 6:30 was because her niece had finally been trusted to open the bakery in the last few months. That's me, in case you aren't following along. She'd been nervous about letting me take over, and I'd been really proud that nothing had gone wrong when I was opening. This made me feel twice as guilty that a dead body had turned up on my watch, even though it wasn't my fault. I mean, it's not like I had killed her. Don't be stupid. Nobody killed her. She just slipped. Probably. Aunt Tabitha! Gracious Mona, muttered my aunt from behind the door. Is the building on fire? No, Aunt Tabitha. I have discovered a dead body in our kitchen, was what I meant to say. What came out was something more along the lines of, Aunt Body, there's a Tabitha, the kitchen, dead, she's dead, come quick, she's dead. The door at the top of the stairs was flung open, and my aunt emerged, shouldering into her house dress. Her house dress is large and pink and has winged croissants embroidered across it. It's quite hideous. Aunt Tabitha herself is large and pink, but doesn't have winged croissants flying across her, except when wearing the house dress. Dead? She narrowed her eyes down at me. Who's dead? The body in the kitchen. In my kitchen? Aunt Tabitha came barreling down the stairs at top speed, and not wanting to be trampled, I retreated in front of her. She brushed me aside, not unkindly, and went sideways through the door to the bakery. I followed, poking my head timidly around the door frame and waiting for the explosion. Huh! Aunt Tabitha put a fist on each generous hip. That's a dead body, all right. Lord save us. Huh! There was a